Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 19 of Lands of Legend. As always, Rock here. So, I've established where I want to explore into today, at the very least, at the start. We found this castle an episode or two ago, but we never explored into it. But I think it's a good point for starting today. We're still missing 2 Brown Wolf fragments, and according to Tashnade, from last episode, we can find, at least from what I gathered, we can find all the Brown Wolf fragments on the second island which we're on, but we can also find the Brown Wool itself. I don't know if that's necessarily coinciding with finding the Brown Wool itself, or finding the trader, which we found in the last episode, that trades for the brown wool. So we'll kind of have to see. But I think this is the first area that we are going to explore today, just outside of the blue teleporter. So let's get into things and hope for the best. So while we're kind of just sprinting over and not doing a whole lot, FPS, why are you dropping? Is stuff loading that is going to be a pain? I apologize if there's a stutter in the FPS here, but I am seeing it as well, and I don't know why. Let's see. Can I drop down our render distance to 12, maybe? Maybe that will make it a whole lot better. So while we're waiting for hopefully the FPS to stabilize, because I'd hate to have a really bad FPS episode. While we're waiting for this, the question of the day is, how long, if a zombie apocalypse were to happen, would you survive? Oh boy, the FPS. Why is it so awful? Game, stop! 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 Well, it's better. Okay. If a zombie apocalypse were to happen, how long would you survive? I guess best estimate, how long do you think you would survive within the zombie apocalypse? So for myself, I have some basic understandings of survival tactics and such like that, but I don't think in a high enough capacity that I could literally survive off the land. I've watched a number of videos and such on the topic itself because it seemed like an interesting topic. I hear you, slime or magma cube and whatnot, but I've never really considered how would I actually survive in a situation like that. Pardon me. Just destroying your spawners. So, for me, I think in a rough guesstimation, I could maybe survive at the bare minimum, maybe a month. There's still a lot that I would need to learn, and there's a lot in regards to surviving a zombie apocalypse. Obviously, zombies are not the only threat that comes with the zombie apocalypse. You also have... Oh, well, you look like hell. You also have humanity that you have to deal with, because people are, in the grand scheme of things, absolute shit. So you kind of have to... Oh, dear Lord. You kind of have to deal with that as well. And... you know, you gotta deal with surviving with regards to kind of controlling your food consumption, hunting, dealing with injuries, because injuries are bound to happen in a survival situation. There was a Netflix series pseudo recently that got added that had a kind of a survival element to them, and I know there was a number of people who kind of left that series quite early due to kind of accidental happenings and such like that. So there's definitely a lot that has to. I was about to say, oh, they don't wreck me. Oh, it's just a TNT explosion. Well, shit. Nothing I'm worried about then, apparently. So yeah, I give myself at most a month. I've got a little bit of a chunk on myself, a little chunky, more so than I would like, but I'm a little chunky, so I have a little bit of extra fat to burn with regards to survival. So I probably could survive a little bit extra longer than some people, based off that. So not a proud survival skill, but it is it is something I got. So I'm gonna just keep moving upwards. Best guess, like always, the uppermost floor is where you're gonna find the and let's get rid of these spawners while we can. Uppermost floor is gonna be where you typically are gonna find the spawners. So let's go ahead and just destroy this, or not spawners, the wool. Uppermost floor is where you're most likely going to find the wool. So let's just destroy these spawners. And I'm trying to continue. Oh! Okay, there's some wholesome floor there. My mom's, pardon me. Excuse me, pardon me. Uppermost floor of the area is probably going to be where we're going to find the wool. So let's just... Oh! Ooh, that... Pardon me. I don't know how that creeper blast knocked us away. Oh! Maybe because we're... Oh, boy, that's a lot of mobs. Okay, let's get out of here. Because that is not a happy place. Not a happy place. And you know what? We can do this. Let's, enchant the golden apple our way out of here. Get back to where we want to be. Because that should... Oh, there's so many mobs. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm trying to get back up to the top here. Our gear is doing fine. Oh, our pants are a little bit damaged, but overall quite fine. Okay. Let's do a little bit of XP farming here, just to hopefully repair our pants. And just ultimately to make things easier in the future. Okay. There's a spawner in the middle here. And these later areas are getting quite fierce. Oh, creeper, you should have exploded! You should have exploded! Okay. Gear. Doing much better. So, assuming all is right, the uppermost part of this area should be the container for whatever we're trying to achieve. Well, let's hope for the best, and we can get up here. Easy peasy. Oh, I almost fell in that hole. Okay, that was a ladder hole. Never mind. Not as problematic. Alright. Are you up here? Looking for a brown wool fragment. Are you up here? Or maybe the brown wool. Okay. Make sure to keep our hunger up because we've been dealing with the chicanery the whole time. Woo. Okay, see a box. Hello? Hard to say if that's a wool or a fragment. Is a fragment. Okay. So that puts us at 4 of the 5 fragments that we need. So we are in a pretty good shape, I would say. Pretty good shape. I need to get a good look around the area. See if we can spot anything interesting from at least a upper vantage point. Okay, we need to get up top of that box, apparently. Alright. There we go. We've secured some things. So I believe it was this direction we came from. That's what it looks like. This is the direction we were going. Okay. So we do have some things over here that we should explore into. Because we've only really explored this tower. Let's head our way in this direction. Just to see if we can maybe find anything of interest. I'm not going to make that in my... Oh. Nope. Okay. Well, we can always head up the staircase. Let's head in this direction and see if we can find anything of interest. I know I should realistically be going back to base to drop off this meteor fragment, but I've gotten to the point where I kind of feel cocky with my health pool and my resistances and such that I just don't feel like I need to, because things have become almost too easy. Now, I know there are definitely situations where we could die, trapped in a corner with a whole bunch of bad things that could definitely lead to some death, but I'm pretty confident that I could probably deal with almost everything that we're going to be thrown at us. Now, that could definitely change once we get into the red, green, black areas, but at the moment, I'm realistically not too worried. Okay, so a flame or power 4 flame bow. If I combine that with our current bow, we could get power 5. But if I remember correctly from enchanting, we're probably going to lose the flame 5, which could be problematic. I don't know. It's worth keeping around and considering, but I'm not 100% certain on if we're going to potentially lose that flame 5. The flame 5, which could be actually quite useful for us. I don't know. No. Let's keep heading this way. And I apologize if any of you had a vertigo and is it vertigo? I think that's the thing. And also fear of heights and whatnot, so we kind of got dizzy with jumping up. Oh! Well, I jumped off when I didn't want to. Apologize for anyone who had fear of heights, and I made a huge leap of faith. It was necessary for the grand scheme of things. Mending 10, multi-shot 10, piercing 10. Ooh, that actually sounds pretty decent. Specifically, the multi-shot 10. Mending 10 is useless, but because it can only realistically max out at mending 1, as far as I recall. I'm not 100% sure on if higher levels of mending do anything extra, but I'd have to investigate into that. Piercing 10 is useful. Multi-shot 10 is useful. Okay, let's just keep wandering about. See if we can find maybe a potential second brown wool essence. That would be really nice. I would enjoy that. Around bad things. You're so tanky. Nope. I didn't kill him in time. Hold on, I think I saw something there. A glimpse of something. I see a staircase and some redstone torches there. Uh-huh. So maybe that is the intended course of direction out of this castle. I'm gonna skip a couple spawners here just to get over there. Maybe not this one, but... Aha! I see that iron. I'm not really interested in it at the moment, but it's worth considering for the future if shit goes down. I see you, wither skeletons. Okay, so it looks like we found our next pathway after the that little castle there. Okay, you need to not be a thing. Okay. Seems that there's a lot of bad things going on here. Haha, get wrecked. Okay. Oh, this is very uncomfortably shallow walkways. I only imagine bad things coming of this. Oh, and silverfish blocks. Okay, sure. Alright, silverfish, you need to stop. It's not okay. Yeah, gas looks like it's... Gas looks like it's off in the distance, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Let's continue our way up this way. No. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep running up and ignore the gas. The gas will ignore us as well. We can only hope. Okay, just keep moving and grabbing spawners, just as a means of XP and repairing our gear, because we are definitely taking some damage, and having a nice full quality on our gear is important. Not quality, but durability on our gear is important. And thank goodness for the 100% knockback resistance, because some of these mobs would probably be messing up our day. Okay, I think we're near the top here, or just about near the top. Yep. Which is actually good news for us, because then we're probably going to have to deal with... If I had to guess, we're probably going to deal with a teleporter to somewhere. As some of these areas like this have been pretty much just like that. keep an eye on those evil buggers. They mess up so many things. I mean, not nearly as many things as if monster refusion was enabled, but they still mess up a bunch of things. Ow! Come on! Alright. You two. You two need to bugger off. So get rid of that gas spawner. Dear Lord. Okay. Excuse me, B. I don't care about you. You're insignificant. Let's try to get rid of all these spawners before we get into anything specifically. Has a gear, full durability of, as one would expect, of mending. Okay. Good. So what do we have here? It looks like an area. B. Stop. Just stop. Okay. Looks like we have an area to go into, which is good for us because it's an area we've not been to. The Mighty Kingdom. Ooh. Ominous. I could probably just drop down, couldn't I? Whee! Oh, I'm just making a staircase for him. No, my friend. Oh, you're little tanky monsters, aren't you? Okay, well, I'll have to keep that in mind. Haste, strength, instant health, blindness for 4 seconds, wither for 12 seconds, saturate. Kind of want to keep it because of the potential applications of it, but at the same time, I don't think it's very good. I'm gonna have to check a base to see if I have any smiting related items, because that would really help in an area like this. So it looks like there's a lot of baby zombies, and smiting would wreck their souls. And maybe we should kind of go with our previous strategy, where we kind of just ignore them and just kind of go for what we need to. Which is not a terrible strat. Oh, that's a teleporter. Fantastic. Let's grab this first. Oh, didn't activate it. This is the purple teleporter. Fantastic. Or at least the... I guess that one's magenta and that one's purple. They're pretty close. Let me go ahead and drop off of the goods, specifically this meteor fragment, and then we can get back into that area and continue to explore it. So, I'll be right back. Alright, so we've gone ahead and went back to base, deposited the brown wool fragment, replenished some supplies like our food and a little bit of our blocks and stuff like that, and we are ready to go into this area. I did not, now that I think of it, investigate into a smite-related item. But, you know what? I think we should be just perfectly fine. Oh boy. Well, let's go this way. Looks like there is something here. And I would be interested to find out what it is. I didn't see that dime in there, which is interesting, and I think there was a second batch of dime in there. Block. I didn't read what that said, but let's get out of here real quick. We got what we came for. So we got ourselves... Oh, don't throw that. Okay, we got ourselves... Oh, I keep pressing U. So, my key bindings are a little off-kiltered compared to most people, I would say. So I use U as my throw key, and I use I as my inventory key, and they just happen to be right next to each other. I still don't know as to why I do that, but it's what feels right for me. So what we got was a bunch of obsidian and a miner's core used to activate the miner's altar. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Let's keep moving forward to see what we can find. Efficiency 5 unbreakable. Pretty good, I would say. If we need to harvest some wood and such like that, like this whole stack of wood, we could probably just blow through. Like, well, not as fast as I was expecting, but faster than what would have been. And it's unbreakable, so, you know, that's something. Okay, so let's clean up the inventory a little bit, because I know we are going to run into a whole load of garbage, most likely. And I don't really want to deal with it in my inventory. But let's keep going. I think the best strategy is going to be the approach that we've used in the past, specifically in other areas where we kind of just run our way through it, more or less. Oh, yeah, especially with that Ravager. No, don't want any of that. I think our best bet is going to be kind of moving through this area quickly in order to grab whatever objective is in this area. If I had to guess, it's going to be most likely going to be a brown wool shard. But I mean, I guess it could technically be the brown wool itself. So we're just gonna move through this area quickly. Let's see what we can do. We have a down area. And we're gonna go down. Thank God for all the feather fall that we have. Going to try to take out some spawners when I can. Maybe try to do a little bit of looting while I can. And keep moving. Mostly the destroying of spawners is just to repair our gear in case there's any injury to it. But ooh, that looks like a heart. Yep. That's all the bottom of the heart container. That means we should be able to get another extra 2 hearts, which is fantastic news. I don't know the extent of how the extent of how the red, green, and black is going to be, but extra hearts is never going to hurt. It's always going to be for our benefit. So let's just keep moving and breaking these spawners when we can. And okay, I saw some void down there. Okay, so it's gonna be a bit tricky. Okay, we're good. Ooh, my health. Okay, let's keep going, Rock. Alright, we just need to keep moving. I think that's the big key to everything, is just to keep moving. Okay, I think we found the box that we're looking for. There was a little bit of chicanery to get to it, but we got to it. It is a meteor fragment. So this gives us the 5th meteor fragment. So we should now be able to get the brown wool. Fantastic. So I could just, run all the way around the long way. But, if I don't have to, I'm just going to pillar my way up. I don't think any of you would blame me for the BS that is all of this. So, excuse me, pardon me. I think we dropped down to here, didn't we? Okay, I think we're gonna need the pillar from here as well. Though we probably could go the realistically correct way. And it would save us some building blocks, which is a resource that we wouldn't have to farm after such. And, a little bit of XP from farming some of these spawners. Mobs, I need you to stop it. Hey! Oh! Okay, we need to be extra careful here. Oh, let's eat the enchanted golden apple. Just as a means of making sure we don't get completely wrecked, because I foresee a bunch of bad stuff coming if we don't be a little bit careful. Okay. That should block those off. Okay. So how do we get out of here from here? We should be pretty close to the top. It looks like we're pretty close to the top. Oh wow, that's a lot of mob spawns. Okay. Let's just keep moving up. Keep on moving on up. Oh. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Stop, stop. Oh, shit. Don't you dare, spider. I did it. That looks like a decent item. Let's drop off a few of these garbs. Oh, it's not going to let us stick around for a whole lot. Oh, boy, this area is a nightmare fuel. Oh, let's get ourselves out of here. Oh, I probably could have made this so much easier on myself if I just cheesed it up. Hey, hey, just cheesed it up. Okay. I think we're in a good place now. Oh, what's all this water? Oh, don't tell me there's some type of water shenanigans going on. Well, let's find out. Maybe, or this just was an alternate way into the area that we didn't see. That's quite the possibility. Irregardless, let's get ourselves out of here because I want nothing to do with this area. And hopefully the ladders can get us out of here without too much trouble. Okay, looks like we might be good, and I think we're pretty close to the teleporter itself, which is actually really nice. I do want just a little bit of extra XP for our gear. Ooh, especially for our pants. Whew. We are damn near close to losing our pants, which I do not want to do. I mean, we can easily gain that XP through farming pigs for pork chops and stuff like that, but it's not nearly as XP profitable as spawners and such like that. You are all tanky. I want nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. At all. I think if we can break a few spawners, we should be able to just repair our stuff. And shouldn't have to worry too much. Oh, come on, climb. Actually, I don't need to climb. Whew. Okay, so that officially gives us 5 meteor shards. That means we can actually create the brown wool today. So let me get over to base, drop off some stuff, and I will catch you over at the trader, and we can trade in for the brown wool and then get it placed on the monument. So I will be right back. So I think the first place we're going to head to before we head over to the was it Castle Abomination or whatever is upgrading our health with our solidified essence of life. Boom. Boom. Give me the goods. Let me to repair my health. All right, so that should put us at 42, 4, 6, 10, 12, 452 health, which is fantastic. Now we need to get over to the Castle Abomination, which I will do right now. So we have the meteor fragments for this tower, but hard part is we need to get into this tower and then all the way back up to the top. I mean, it's not really the hard part. We kind of just ignored all the things on our way up to the top anyways, so we can kind of realistically do that again. It would have been nice, I didn't think about it, if we left the water stream from the top there, so that we could have just climbed the water stream, but meh. I don't realistically think I have enough blocks that I could just pillar up all the way to the top there, which would have been another thing that I probably could have done. Then I could have just used ladders or something to climb all the way up, but we'll do what we can with what we got. Let's, for starters, get into this little castle-y bit here. Get into the castle-y bit and then get to the top. And actually, here's what this is. Some type of helmet, some lapis. I don't need that glass. There. Ooh. Some type of mob that means you mean nothing to me. You're dead to me. Ooh, gem of healing. I don't know what that is, but I assume it's for some type of a healing shrine. Hello. I'm going to ignore you. Let's use our strat where we just kind of ignore everything and just get to where we need to be. And maybe occasionally break a spawner just to get a little gold, or not gold, but XP. probably skip through some of these areas due to these water streams. Okay. Get that XP. Best food ever. Oh. So sad. Right. That doesn't look to be going up anywhere. Let's try a different route. We know already that this area is going to be absolutely ridiculous, so I think our best bet is realistically just quickly moving through this area and trying to avoid any combat when necessary, or when applicable, because if I don't have to fight the ridiculousness that is this, that the happier we all are going to be. I am using a new weapon, as you may be able to see. I don't know if it's going to be any good, so once I find a quick spot to look at it, which is not going to be in this tower. Quick spot to look at it. It is sharpness 5, knockback 5, virus 5, blah, blah, blah. You can pause the video and see it. It seems like it should be pretty good, and I kind of really just wanted to test it out, just to see if it had the potential of being good. I don't know for certain, just given everything in the map so far, so we'll have to, we might have to do some more in-depth testing just to see if it might be actually better than the diamond sword that we had, but, you know, I wanted to experiment. See if we can find something better than what we had. A whole bunch of beetroots. Oh boy. Excuse me, pardon me. That one's not going anywhere. Let's get rid of the spawner. It's four-shotting these pigmen, which I wouldn't say is terrible. But it could be better. Well, let's just keep moving on. Alright, bad things. Okay. Oh, that's a staircase. Okay, there we go. Where are you leading us? I don't... Oh, there we go. I don't really remember this pathway up to that Brownwell Trader. All I remember is just getting out. Getting out of the area. But if I remember correctly, it was at the top of the area, so this is a good start. And I think it was probably at the top of this particular part of the area. Let's find out. Trader? Yeah. Okay. I've got these 5. Yeah. And you're gonna give me a brown wool? Oh. Glorious. Okay, fantastic. So we got ourselves the brown wool. And you know, I think I can make that fall. I don't know. Oh, well, I'm gonna make that fall. Okay, I made that fall. we got ourselves the brown wool, which we can deposit at the monument and get ourselves, was it 13 of the 16 wools now? Fantastic. We are doing some good business. So let me head over to the monument, and I'll catch you there. Oh boy. Here we go. We get to place the brown wool on the monument, which is right there. Woo! I wish there was more like particles and splashy effects when you completed an objective on this monument. It's so dull with just having a chat message. But now, for next episode, we finally get to head into the green, red, black area and see what is going on there. But that's going to do it for today, everyone. Thanks for joining us as always, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye!